Good afternoon and welcome back to Physical Science Lab. It is a beautiful day outside today, so I decided to step outside for the introduction of this video. I am Grayson Griffin and I will be going through and showing some examples of several different types of mixtures and solutions, and just fill out the entirety of the list and we're going to go through it together. For mixture number one, we have a homogeneous mixture. I think I'm saying that right. You're gonna take your cup of water and a spoonful of sugar. There it is. We're gonna dump the sugar in there. Let it dissolve. And now that it has dissolved, for the most part, if we give it a little second, it'll dissolve even further. And now it is completely dissolved. You can no longer separate the water from the sugar, which makes it a homogeneous mixture, equal proportions. Here we have our heterogeneous mixture, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the elementary school example of pepper and salt. And it's on a white plate, so you can't see it, but you did just hear it. And that pepper and salt is now combined into unequal proportions, and it still can be separated. It's a heterogeneous mixture. The next example is a pure substance, and for this I have sugar, which is just absolute pure sugar. There's no mixture of anything else. It's just sugar. Next we have emulsion, which is basically a combination of two liquids that have different densities so they won't mix together. We're gonna be using olive oil. There is the olive oil. And, oh, phone fell. And water. And as you can see here, they're not mixing together. I guess the olive oil is less dense than the water, therefore it floats on top of it. Now we have suspension, and for this, I'm going to be making a mixture of breadcrumbs. As we see right here, it's food. I'm just using things I can find in the house. So there's breadcrumbs, pour them into the cup. Breadcrumbs right there, and water. Now these things, although they look like they are mixed together, they will eventually completely separate, kind of like mud and water, which is what I was gonna do, and then I remembered it had to be food. So that we have breadcrumbs and water, which will eventually separate. The breadcrumbs will fall to the bottom, the water will stay above it. That is suspension. Next we have an aerosol, which is a liquid or a solid suspended in air. And for this, it could be like, a good example would be dust in air when it's kicked up, but we'll be using canola oil. I don't want to spray this in the house. I can spray it over the sink. Okay. Canola oil over the sink. There we go. Boom. It's still suspended in the air. The last example is a mixture that can be separated by filtration. And here we have ramen noodles that are boiling in water currently. Here's my filter. We're gonna scoop up some noodles, and it draws out all the water. So whenever I plop these noodles into a bowl, there will be no water left. It will be just noodles.